So enough of the talking, let's now get started working with Angular. And for that, I'll use a tool named the Angular CLI, the Angular command line interface that is, which is simply a tool that makes the creation and management of Angular projects really simple. Because Angular, as I mentioned, is the framework, but also the idea of using TypeScript and using a certain structure. And because Angular apps, therefore, need to be compiled to JavaScript and need to have all the code bundled together and optimized, because of that, there is a tool like this, CLI, that allows us to set up this project and the build process for this project, which will do all the compilation and optimization for us so that we don't have to configure anything there. Because of that, a tool like the CLI exists, because you will see it's really easy to use. And we get a project where we can write the logic and the styling and the layout for our application in a very convenient and easy way, and we still get all the behind the scenes magic of getting that one single page application with that one bundled code. Now, you can get that CLI here by visiting cli.angular.io, and here you find all the installation steps, and it's really just these steps which you need to run to have an up and running project. And it's only this step which you need to install the CLI. So let's do that together now. You can install it by typing npm install-g add angular CLI. And I added sudo here because I, on a Mac, and it might be the same for you if you are using the Mac or Linux, need to add this to have the right permissions to execute this command. This depends a bit on your config, but chances are high you need to add this on Mac and Linux to succeed. On Windows, you will not need that. You can just hit enter, and you might be prompted to enter your password then. Now, once you entered the password, this downloads Angular and installs it. Now, to run this command, you need one other tool, and that is Node.js, and you can get that from nodejs.org. Now, Node.js is a server-side JavaScript runtime, you could say. It allows you to write server-side code with JavaScript. And that's not what we'll do in this course. But Node.js, when you install it, also gives you its Node Package Manager. And that is a tool which you historically used for managing dependencies of Node.js projects, but in modern JavaScript development, and that encloses things like developing mobile apps with JavaScript, or of course web apps with JavaScript with frameworks like Angular, you use this npm tool, this package manager, to install the dependencies for such projects as well. And the Angular CLI is simply a tool you can install through npm. So go to nodejs.org and download the latest version of Node.js, run through the installer this will give you, and once you've finished the installer, which is a straightforward installer without any special things to consider, once you've finished the installation process, you will be able to run this npm command, because that uses this npm tool which is installed together with Node.js. Now, with the installation finished, we can use the Angular CLI to create a new Angular project. And for that, you simply navigate into a folder where you want to create that project with the help of the cd command in your terminal. I already did this. And then you run ng new, and I'll name it ng refresher, but you can name it however you want, of course. This will be my project name. Ng new is required, and this uses this CLI tool we installed. Now, you are asked if you want to add Angular routing, and I will add N for no here, and how you would like to write your styles, and I will stick to the default, which is CSS. And now this will generate a new folder in the path you navigated to in your terminal, and it will set up a basic Angular project there. And whilst this is happening, we can now take care about using a fitting editor.